When you next hear the words Pyrrhic Victory, thank this man right here. This is a bust of a Hellenistic general called Pyrrhus of Epirus. Pyrrhus was the king of a small kingdom in northwest Greece called Molossia, part of a wider region called Epirus, hence how you get the name Pyrrhus of Epirus. He fought multiple campaigns in his life. He was very much a military leader in the same ilk of Alexander the Great, but he's most famously remembered, or infamously, for his war against Rome. He headed to southern Italy with a huge army that included elephants and an army not too dissimilar in infantry and cavalry to that of Alexander the Great, to aid cities in southern Italy against the rising Roman Republic that was surging into southern Italy at the time. He gained some early success. He has allies in southern Italy like Tarentum, strong allies. He wins the first battle against Rome. The second battle against Rome, however, that's when it gets a bit difficult. He wins it, but at such a cost, it completely derails his whole campaign, so much so that you get the saying Pyrrhic Victory from that battle, where he won, but at such great cost, it basically crippled his army and his whole military campaign. From then on, he had very little chance of taking Rome. He ultimately leaves Italy and Rome takes over in southern Italy. He is one of the last great generals that will contest Roman dominance in Italy, with of course another figure who comes later being Hannibal Barca, the Carthaginian, who we know was a great admirer of Pyrrhus. When Hannibal was fighting the Romans, he read Pyrrhus's memoirs, in which Pyrrhus gave instructions as to how best to fight the Romans, which was to try and take away their allies. So Hannibal, he was a big fan of Pyrrhus, as too were the Romans in later history. They viewed this figure as the closest they ever got to fighting Alexander the Great, and he is often considered, Pyrrhus, the greatest of all Hellenistic commanders that succeeded Alexander the Great, and the one that most closely resembled Alexander in his appearance, but also in his leadership style, leading from the front, his charisma.